Okay. I'm sick and my voice is all weird. I picked up this crochet blanket that I haven't worked on in months, and it kind of made me realize why I have not, or, blah. It made me realize why I posted that YouTube video the other day. Because I posted that, and I didn't really think about it. I didn't think about why I was doing it. I just knew that I wanted to do it, and I did it, and that was it. And it wasn't really to, okay, so this is why. This is how I realized it. I started working on this blanket, and I did a few rows, and as I was doing that, I haven't touched this in months because I haven't crocheted at all, because I just haven't had the time, and I realized that I only remember the stitch that this blanket is completely made out of, because it is just feet and feet and feet of half double crochets and going back and forth, because that's the stitch that I'm most comfortable with. So when I started this, I just picked the one I was most comfortable with, but I ended up forgetting every other stitch, and that makes me sad because I've done a lot of other projects and I don't keep any of them, but I've learned popcorn stitches and like the triple weird, like there's a lot of weird stitches that I've learned for different projects, and I can't remember how to do a single one of them. And I know that there's other projects that I want to do after this where I'm going to have to relearn them, but I made something for someone else and then I gave it away, and I didn't get the product and I didn't get the skill from the experience. I just had the experience, now it's gone. And that's how a lot of my crafts kind of go. That's how a lot of my creations kind of go. Because even when I was younger, I knew piano, I learned sheet music, I had a million songs in my arsenal, at least a few dozen, and I can't remember any of that now. I don't know how to read sheet music or how to play a single song fully, at least. And throughout my like teen years, I have learned songs off and on guitar and different chord combinations and strumming patterns, and then I'll know them for a few weeks, but as soon as I start learning something else, I don't retain that at all, and it just kind of goes from my mind. So, also, one more example. I have a lot of friendship bracelets that I've made where I have different patterns on it, but it's a friendship bracelet and I'm making it for someone else, and then I don't keep it, and then I can't, like, same thing I already said. I don't retain the product and I don't retain the skill. And so I thought that posting YouTube videos where I'm doing the crafts and doing the creative things that I like to do will help me still kind of have the same experience that I do with creating things. But I actually will get to keep something from it. I know why I don't retain the skills very well, and it's because I kind of learn things bit by bit instead of starting from the bottom and working my way up. I'm like, oh, I want to learn how to do this really complicated friendship bracelet. I'm not going to learn the 4 patterns that kind of go into making this one. I'm just going to learn the end one, and then because it's on such a wiggly foundation, it just doesn't build a skill, it just creates something. And it's like I've tried to learn a bunch of different languages, but I'm not fluent in any of them, so I can't remember any of the words. And I'm okay with that, because even though it is not the most efficient way to build my skill set of crafty things, it is the way that works for me, because I don't have a lot of time to do crafts, and I'm still getting the opportunity to learn and create. It's just going to take me longer to get good at any single hobby because of the way that I approach them. And right now that's just what works for the life that I am living. But I think that that's interesting, and I like that I figured that out. And I hope that, like, actually making videos and then posting them so that they're accessible to me in the future is, I hope that that ends up working, because I can't imagine it becoming bad. Since I'm not sharing them with anybody, there won't be any pressure. And since it's a public account, I'm not going to feel scared that I'll lose my login information and then not have access to these things anymore. And it doesn't, because it's on just like, on an account instead of just saving videos on my phone or my computer, I'm able to not feel bad about taking up space on my iCloud thing. So I think it will be good. I don't know. This is only the second time trying it, so I don't think I'll know for a while, but it is the idea I have, and I'm excited to try it out and see if it makes anything different. That is all. 3 things I have done this morning. I put some dye in my hair because it's really faded, and that's in there right now, but I only had like the tiniest bit left in the bottle, so I mixed it with some leave-in conditioner to try and make it go further, but I think that it's going to make my hair not look that different. But it'll tide me over until I can get some new dye. And then I got flowers yesterday, and I put some hairspray on them and hung them upside down so that I can preserve them and dry them without, like, before they start going bad, because they look really, really pretty right now. And I started some laundry. Oh, and I worked on my economics course. I should be doing that right now. Okay, I'm gonna go finish a row of crochet and then work on economics. That is all. Goodbye.